Hi, my name is Scola and you are beautiful. Okay, so today's video is going to be just a chatty one. And oh, I've left a light on in the other room. Can't be doing that. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. I was just single-handedly saving the planet by turning off that light. No need to applaud me. But anyways, if you guys didn't know, about like almost 2 months ago now, yeah, it's been 2 months, I decided to go veggie. Yes, I did. Before we get into the story and everything, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you get notified when I upload, if the vibe feels right, if the energy feels right. I'm feeling very calm. It's like evening time. The light is still really good though. The one thing I love about summer. Yeah, my energy is pretty calm, pretty chill today, but with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of a, ooh, you can't see, but I just did a little hip movement. Anyway, yeah, so I thought it'd be fun today just to talk about why I decided to go vegetarian and all of these different things that sort of led me to it. I thought it'd be interesting. And even though it wasn't necessarily for like health and fitness reasons, there definitely were those reasons involved. So we'll be talking about those as well. But yeah, there was actually a lot of other stuff in going into it. And I'm a bit nervous to talk about this because it feels very personal. Everyone has their own opinions and people are very opinionated, which is fine. But I feel like it would be nice if there was a little bit less judgment in the world. A little less tacky, a more understandy. So hopefully you can have that with this video. Basically, let me start from the beginning. I've always been interested in vegetarian and vegan diets. It's something I've always explored, but it's something I never really put my all into. It just wasn't the right timing. It wasn't the right time in my journey in this life, okay? We're getting deep with it. And so it never really happened. And then about 2 months ago, I got a sandwich and it was a chicken sandwich and I got food poisoning from it. And it was the second time I've ever had food poisoning in my life and I just did not enjoy it. And I was like, do you know what? It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. And already I had been on a spiritual journey, spiritual awakening, and it just made sense not to eat meat anymore. I know you can get food poisoning from anything, but that just put me off it. To be honest with you, I was like, this isn't doing it for me right now. So I don't even want to eat meat right now at all, whether I'm a vegetarian or not. And then because I was going through a spiritual journey at the time, and I still am, and this is a bit I'm nervous to open up about because I feel like everybody is on their own journey, their own spiritual journey that has to do with their own personal religions and different things like that. So I don't like to go too much into it because it's caused so much division in this world we live in. Even when I've mentioned it just a little bit, it's already causing a bit of division on my channel. You will notice I've never really spoken about religion on my channel. I try to be inclusive of everyone, and that's what I've always wanted from my channel, just to involve everyone. So yeah, this is very personal and I'm not saying you have to feel the same way, but I just didn't like the idea of putting another creature through pain for my pleasure. Because that's what it was pleasure. And I think it's really important to differentiate from pleasure and survival. For a lot of people around the world, food is still a luxury. Even having the privilege to decide how you want to eat, like, is a massive privilege. So that's one thing I would never do. I'm never going to say you have to eat this way or you have to do this certain thing, because even deciding how you are going to eat is such a privilege. And obviously there's extreme scale of like poverty being a real barrier from choosing how you're going to eat. But even if we scale it back and say little things like your mental health, imagine you're going through something else, you're depressed, you're anxious, and then on top of that, you're trying to think about how you're going to eat and change the way you eat. It can be a lot. I totally get why this isn't for everyone. But for me, it made sense right now to go vegetarian, and it just felt really right. It felt really good for the process I was going through. Those are like the deeper reasons why I decided to go veggie, but also the health and fitness reasons are, one, the way that meat is produced at the moment just isn't healthy all the time for our bodies. Like, even if it says like organic and stuff like that, like they're pumping animals full of stuff that we don't even know what they really are. And as much as they say it's safe for us, like the long term, we don't know how it's affecting us. Like, nowadays we have so many diseases, all these things, and I'm not saying plants don't have that, because again, things like pesticides, all that kind of stuff are really affecting plants too. But I feel like meat is one of those things, like if I can avoid it, at least I can avoid it. Do you know what I mean? And health wise, there's so many meats that can really affect your health. And as someone who's very conscious about their health and wants to optimize their health as much as possible, ever since I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism, I feel like optimizing my health has been really important. So that's sort of like why I went veggie. I feel like I was gonna make this like a really big video, a really big deal. I am still eating dairy, which I'm not super happy about, because obviously dairy isn't the best for you, especially if you have any thyroid conditions, and in general for inflammation, apparently dairy isn't good for you, and we're all lactose intolerant. So it's something I would love to slowly cut out as well. Based on the reasons why I went veggie, it makes sense to also cut out dairy, but I just think that would be too much too soon, and then I'd end up just feeling miserable and giving up on the whole thing, which is not what I want to do. So I'm trying to be gentle with myself, trying to take time with it as well. Like, everyone will interpret it differently, but you know what, whatever. I just wanted to share, and I thought it would be interesting, and by no means am I saying you should go veggie or whatever. This is just why I've done it. So I thought it'd be fun to show you guys some of the things I have in my fridge that I've got, and my favorite stuff. So I just got my fridge down here. Okay, I'm just literally gonna walk up and show you guys so many random things. First of all, Beyond Meat has been my favorite meat substitute. This stuff is amazing. The protein in this, amazing. The macros, so good. But most importantly, the taste. I don't know how they've done it, but guys, the burger versions of these taste like a burger, like an actual beef burger. And these sausages taste amazing as well. But I do think like sausages aren't too hard to get right. I feel like there are so many good meat alternative sausages. Even if you're just looking to... My light just turned off. I'm so sorry. Sorry, at least it's still light. Next up, tofu wise, I love the smoked tofu from the Tofu Co. Tofu would taste, but this is a smoked version, and I have not been able to find any sort of bacon alternative. I love bacon. I loved bacon. I don't love it anymore, but I haven't been able to find anything breakfasty that replaces that smoky saltiness that bacon gave me. So this definitely does it. So I love this. It's way better than just the original. At the moment, I'm also testing out the My Vegan range, because as much as I'm still eating dairy and I could just have whey protein, which I do have occasionally, I don't like how it makes me feel. Like, it makes me feel bloated and gross, and like you're just tooting all over the place, which is not what I'm trying to do, because I don't do that. My body cannot. And that's what I tell all the boys. I don't toot. Anyway, so we've got this clear vegan protein, and it's actually not too bad. Protein will never be the most delicious thing in the world, but this stuff is actually really good. And I just got samples because I wasn't sure if I wanted a big container. And then this is just some jelly. Some Hartley's jelly. If you guys don't know, over on Instagram I work with Hartley's a lot, but I usually show you guys the little pots. It's also really good just to get these little sachets, and then you can make like a big bowl of jelly and just sit there and eat it to yourself. And it's so low calorie, so it's just a nice treat if like you're full and you don't want to like do the most, if that makes sense. As you guys know, I moved into this place back in November, so it's almost been a year now. So there's some appliances I just wasn't sure if I was gonna get, if I really needed them. So I finally caved and I got myself a blender. So this is the Magic Bullet one from NutriBullet, and it just is the most affordable. It's only like £30. Got myself a blender, which was mainly inspired by the new way of eating, because I feel like it's going to be so easy just to make smoothies, throw in protein in there, throw in nutrients I'm missing out, like B12, that kind of thing, get like powders and stuff that I can just mix up and get supplements in. So yeah, you know, I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, I'm still growing. You know, I might decide to go fully vegan soon. That might take me a few months, it might take me a few years. You know, you never know. You never know. There's so much into it. But the reactions to me going veggie have been really interesting. I am obviously an African woman. I'm from Zimbabwe. If any other Africans have decided to go veggie or vegan, you know the reaction that the people around you can have, because in our cultures and where we're from, it's just not really a thing. Like, eating meat is a big thing. So I am dreading the day that I actually go back home to Zim and I visit, and like, how am I going to explain to like my grandma or my grandpa, I'm so sorry, I know you've just cooked me this lovely meal, but I can't eat like some of it because I don't eat meat. They'll just look at me like. And yeah, if you want to talk about anything, just comment below and I'll be in the comments replying to you guys. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember that you are perfect, that the way you are made, the journey you are on, it's all happening exactly as it should be happening, and you deserve to be happy on that journey. So always remember to do what makes you happiest and makes you feel most comfortable. And if you're doing something that doesn't do that for you, then you should probably stop, because you deserve the world. And I'm going to stop being corny now and go, thank you for watching. Bye.